try, all may be well. You can try.
They're listening.
To top up on purity, everyone has their season. What works for me may not work for you. So don't see that I've done this, you want to try exactly what I've done. It may never work for you. So just be you. You should not be controlled with your feelings. Try to contain your feelings.
Control, self-control. No, are we guys together?
Yeah.
That self-control is coming up, and the time, like, be patient with yourself. Eh?
Yes.
Jipende. I think we will have a hashtag of jipende too.
Jiheshimu.
Jiheshimu.
Jipende, jiheshimu.
Jipende, jiheshimu.
Jitunze.
Jitunze.
Jijue.
Jijue.
Usikwe clown.
The G's are many.
The G's. Especially
Jipende.
usikwe clown.
Usikwe clown. I think clown is my new word today. Yes, Phyllis? Or Liz? You are
Lisa.
Lisa.
Okay.
So there's this belief that might have. A boy will approach me, he'll tell me he loves me. I'll appreciate that. But sasa, it takes a different turn when somebody tells me sex will strengthen this relationship.
Allah. That's a new one.
Where do you, if it will strengthen this one, it should have strengthened the
previous.
others that have already passed. After you add up, how will that strengthen? There are so many broken marriages, broken relationships. Why has sex not fixed that?
So sex is not a fixer.
Yes.
It isn't.
Let
Shout.
the boy come and tell
Volume,
you
please.
Sex will strengthen what we are having between us. It will never. It will leave you as a worthless person. It will lower your value.
Yeah, wanapunji
You'll be
maberi nyapeni.
degraded. So stand firm and remember, sex will strengthen what we have between us.
Awesome. You've had, like, sex is not a fixer. So those who are fixing, you want to force on to your friend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, because it's both ways. Huh? I think this one we are agreeing. Because there's a girl also who is forcing, yenye mlikuwa mnasema, ana force my issues. Hata wengine wana trap na ball. And that, yeah, people think fixing someone and getting pregnant is fixing. Have you heard that? Yeah?
Yeah.
Does it fix anyway?
No. It will break.
Oh.
Hata ndo inaua.
Choke.
Inamaliza yote. Because this guy, the only thing he wants from you is the sex. Sasa ina fix nini hapo tena? Hakuna, ishaua kenye ilikuwa inaanza.
Ako done.
So at the end of the day, hamkuna kitu mumefix, hamuna relationship, hamuna nini, mumeharibika nyi wote.
Victor?
So I think maybe to pick up from Lisa said, like sometimes we tend to use the love as the cover story, but the real intent is the sex.
This
Because
guy is clever.
Because I know when I come, you'll fall for the words.
Yeah.
Maneno matamu. So if I come with the cover story and love, you'll feel like I care for you, like I have your interest at heart. And then now when I drop the bombshell as sex, it's.
But someone was telling me, maybe I don't know how to trace this. That ladies use sex to keep relationships, while men use relationship to get sex.
It's true.
Huh?
Agreed. Yes.
Because
So we
for
stay
a
without
man,
relationship. Stay without relationship without sex. Kila mtu akae kwao.
once the duct is full, they just want to release. Where they release, it doesn't matter.
Like they do with whoever is available,
Yeah.
or whoever can do. But ladies do with whoever they want.
Yes. Women are different. I think for us, we are more like emotional beings than men. Men are just the visual part. Kenya anaona ndo inamvutia, Kenya wewe unasikia ndo inakuvutia. So you will tend to stick there because
Atapata.
But yeye ako tu hapo, mimi nikimalizana na wewe.
So I think students, at the end of the day, I'll still repeat my bottom line. Why do we even start in the first place? If we focus, hatukatukua tunaongea hii kizungu mingi. Easy patterns. The love relationship matter, or who is tricking who means what, whose intention is. it can be put on hold. It can wait for its time. Just like she said, we have seasons. There's time for everything. So can we focus on the studies? Because I know people who have they have shared their stories. They even dropped out of school because of relationships. Anawacha juu hawezi afford kukaa kwa hiyo shule, like on that campus they can't just share the corridors if they are not together with that person. Who is damaging who is losing out? Parents. We've suffered. And they come home and no one will ever tell you the reason. Imagine someone walks back to the house anajifungia kwa room, they never tells you anything, no explanation. Then you say the current parents, we don't understand. Is it true? But that notion, that parents don't understand. Is it us or you?
What don't parents understand?
What don't parents understand? We want to understand today.
You don't understand.
What don't we understand?
When you become judgmental, hakuna siku yenye mimi utaini understand.
But how do you expect your parent to understand what is in your mind?
You've not shared.
That you have not spoken.
Shared.
It's all in your mind. And you expect your parent to be the angel or a magnet to draw that
just hug you
from your mind and understand, oh, my child has been booted.
And you're back
oh,
in my
my
house
child has,
with no explanation.
You know?
A parent will not understand
that children are not supposed to discuss the sex with the parents.
That's the point.
Kidogo tu mama. I think we need to capture this. Do you have it?
This culture of children are not supposed to discuss the sex life with their parents.
That's where we go wrong. That's where we lose it. Because your mom or your dad, young man, young woman, boy, girl, those are the first friends you have. But again, I know we have parents who probably because of growing in that culture would be afraid to talk about this with their children. So we need to break ice and have a level ground and embrace, because if my child cannot speak with me, who will they speak to?
Now that's where we go to other friends who we think wanajua sana, have more experience in the sex type of thing, watupe sisi advice. So I'll be like, oh, unajua baby fulani aliniacha na niambia wachana na huyo, wacha nikupe mwingine. You see? So that's how we do
even
our
worsen.
But then you see, then at the end of the road, the outcome of that behavior, it will be a parent's burden. A child will get sick, the parent will have to take care of them. The child you get pregnant, you have a baby, you have to go back to school, your parent will still have to take care. So can we talk before this damage is done?
You see, the problem is not us talking. The problem, who are we talking to?
Talk to us.
Which
like,
one?
Okay, I will challenge the current generation. We are talking of the orientation. You are not taught. But now, exposure means what? You are in school. There are a lot that you're even bringing impact to your family. Why do you now, in this, all things you are bringing, why do you choose not talk about sex? Because you bring to us new methods of cooking. You want to tell us how others behave, new cultures. You even teach your mom how to go about everything. But sex you choose not to share. So the same enthusiasm that you share other things you've learned, can you pick it up upon you? Take responsibility of bringing a new culture to your family. Talk to your mom about it. Let's see how she will behave. Introduce it.
Okay, let me just tell you this. I tried. Personally, I tried. It was brushed off like no one's business.
I would love to meet your mom.
So, yani, ushaanzisha conversation vizuri. Kwa tu zile, by the way, mom, niko na boyfriend. The look was like, sasa hapo unasema nini next? So the next statement was, umeamua kuanza.
And that's how you disappeared.
So hiyo iliishi hapo. So every time I talk to her, ananiambia so umepata matiti, umeana boyfriend, ndio maana unaniongelesha vibaya. So it was like a weapon I was giving it to her, you see.
And the guys are agreeing that
they have
had similar experience.
It is true. Umemea matiti sasa na hips.
Umeanza talk.
Wewe unaonesha wanaume kila kitu wenye guys. The things I had that day stopped my heart for a minute.
I will share this video to your mom. And hopefully she will watch. Yes.
Mukate hapo mali nimesema.
It's a good thing. I'm telling you, if you told her that today, if you went back and told her that today, after this,
It will make a difference.
it will.
It will make a difference.
Actually, she'd be very sorry she reacted that way. Sometimes, and let me tell you why sometimes a parent will react that way. Because at the back of their mind, they're like, they know things have happened when young people have got into relationships early. So they already think of, when I was growing up, somebody went through the same. Could that be the thing I'm going to face soon? So it's that fear of unknown. Not really like mom is against what you want to say, and not really like mom is against you, but mom is just surprised at
Fear of the unknown. Like,
where am I going to go with this? So that fear, we live in so much uncertainty. Of course, uncertainty is normal in life, but when we make the uncertainty greater than the certainty, then that is where we have to make a balance.
So that hapo sasa ndo tunasema at least
strike a balance.
If the parent is more acceptable to it,
accommodating.
Okay, yes, wacha weke hizo feelings zake huko ndani kwanza.
Asikilize.
Asikie. So mama, I have a boyfriend, 1 2 3 happens, 3 happens. Ukimwambia hivyo in a chronological way ata understand, then hapo ndo mnakaa mnaongea sasa kama girl talk. You get? Rather than kukua the judgmental type.
I'm sure parents are following this. We need to be
I was
accommodating.
so
Yes.
well.
But like it also depends what time are you breaking the news. Maybe you are
Timing.
in between a totally different conversation. She might react that way because she's not prepared what answer she's going to give you. So she reacts that way. That's a defensive mechanism. Maybe she wants more time. You bring up the topic. Ioli. Neza sema uliacha mapema cause you could bring it up another day, a second time, wanted the reaction before you.
I agree with the timing because that day, particular day, tulikuwa nje tulikuwa tunatajua. Na nile yenye tu mumepakana Q-text, mumemaliza, mumeongea, mnapiga story. Yeah, it was a good timing.
Yeah,
I actually looked for a better time ndo isikae kama it's an awkward conversation ati tumetoka kuongelea watoto tunarukia hapa no. Tumepakana Q-text, tumesuguana miguu. It's just a nice
also,
feeling.
just
So I
on the same,
broke the
like
news.
I would advise, don't struggle to look for time. Your parent said then and there. That postponing could do so many things. Because your space unajipatia, hatujui nini unafikiria. People react differently. Your mom, you should be easy to say anytime. Parents, let's be accommodating. You should have shock absorbers. Like grow a thick skin. Uambiwe hapo then. Because tunaongelele amebutiwa kwa simu ni text imetumwa. So angoje perfect time akwambie next week. And the girl cannot control herself. So you won't go utajificha kwa room umejifungua ngoje perfect time. Like say it then. Me by the way I'm to the point of say it there and then. Don't even look for words to say if you are talking to your parent. If you are honest also, I don't think you will have a way to choose your words. Plus, you should know that parents know you. Anyway, when you are struggling to hide and looking for perfect time, he's even wondering what is eating you up. Because your body language, sangine hata unamhepa. Let's talk of ukipata ball, if you're expectant in school, you get how do you want to pretend? You want to hide for how long? How long will you hide?
9 months.
9 months.
You can even run out of the house. Now you see those are the consequences. That's why I'm repeating. Do it there and then. Now si struggle na maneno iseme vile iko. You will easily be helped. Ukisema vile iko kuliko ukiedit. When you edit, there's maybe a very good point your mom will pick. And by the way, all parents, I'm speaking parents, I'm here to defend you. All parents are passionate. We love you too much that even just like she said, it's not like we hate you when you start talking and we make expressions. We love you the sense that we are worried. If what we know, if only you knew, we are thinking in our heads. if only you knew what is coming ahead of you, you would hold. Right? Yeah. So same on the relationship. I think we've dwelt so much on it, which is a good thing. Huh? Sindio? You need real talk.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about single mothers.
Yeah.
Experience. Sometimes we assume there's always been a lot of stereotype on single moms. And especially when you are young, too young, and you're still a student. I have a friend who I've even shared. She has a baby. It's actually a first year. And at some moment she feels out of place. The topics people start talking about, she feels so uncomfortable, like she's being attacked. And there are so many things you would want even to tell people about that situation, but you've never gotten a chance to say what you go through. You love someone to know that being a single mom and what you went through at that age, you love any other girl to know. She would even do different. This is the moment. Because I know you guys also have friends. Like anakwambianga story. So you're like, it's not like she was loose. Having a child at that age doesn't mean that you are loose, you are reckless. Some got different scenarios, but is it obvious? Terry Mwalimu, do you ever get students who are single moms?
Yeah.
How easy is it to the transition? How do they fit in with others?
It's not easy because one, of course, like for us in our institution, we keep them until they are due to deliver.
Wow.
So they go home,
That's
have the
encouraging.
baby,
That's much
and take
safer.
maybe 6 months and come back. And of course, when they come back, then they may join a new group and move on with them. But I think the break between when they have the baby and nurse the baby until they come back probably shapes them so that when they come, I see they really fit and actually become more focused. And they purpose to complete their course, complete and probably go back and take care of their baby. We went to school with people who had babies while we were that young. And of course, at the end of training, we were like, I wish I also had a baby because now you have a big baby. We are just going to start. But then they tell you it's not easy. It's not easy. One, who are you going to leave your baby with, especially if maybe you're an orphan? Who's going to take care of your baby if you don't have a mom?
That can really be a challenge.
Yeah. So I think, okay, it happens accidentally many times, but the best is to avoid that situation
If you
at
can.
all costs, if possible.
You wouldn't wish any person to be in that state.
Yes.
If it would be avoided. All the same, guys, I said several topics. And as we've had a conversation, you realize they're intertwined somehow. So we didn't talk about one in particular. Sindio? We've said relationship bado zimeleta depression. Nini imeleta hiyo ingine. Of course, I just forgot to mention about study pressure. That was my last point. And I will not ignore it. Study pressure. Study pressure to perform. Like you are also trying, just like I mentioned the other point of, you want to excel in all areas. And you realize, how do you strike a balance? And we are here telling you, hold on the relationship until you are done. Mbona mniulizi? I expect someone to ask me, so, what do you want? You said we wait on this one. You are saying strike a balance. You are telling us when you come out of school, we come out complete.
No, ideally, balance. When you umesema to balance, if the relationship is not growing you in any way, weka chini. If school unaona nikikimbizana na hii certain type of lifestyle yenye naona itanilemea, wachana nayo. Focus on what you have on the table that needs to be that's where priorities come.
Priorities.
Yenye I need to do this at this particular time, at this moment. I mean, set the priorities right. Usikue mtu unataka kuguza hapa, uguze hapa, uguze hapa. At the end of the day, you will not have achieved anything. If anything is stressing you out, wachana nayo. If at all si lazima ukue nayo, wachana nayo. It's okay.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But also maybe just to conclude on the same study thing, there's a challenge of people getting into career that is not your thing. Like you already have of the course. Lakini bado unajisukumanga tu.
They call it a missed call.
I think that's a nice. They call what?
Missed call.
Missed call now is wrong career.
Yes.
Wrong career.
Wrong
path.
call.
Wrong call.
Wrong call.
Oh, missed.
Si yangu hiyo.
Now you see, I'm laughing because parents kwetu hakuna kitu kama hiyo. You already started.
So
You
gotta
have to
finish.
push it. And some are even challenged. Maliza uniletee hiyo certificate ndio ufanye yenye unataka. Would you agree with that?
No. No, no,
Yes?
no, no, no.
Yeah, me,
As someone has said yes, Purity says yes. She doesn't mind. She will do it for you.
yeah, I'll just do it.
No.
Unajipa moyo.
Hakuna
Yeah.
moyo, hata moyo sina. Nafanya nini? Okay, you see, when you push something to a child, umemwambia mimi nataka uniletee engineering. Umempeleka shule, umelipa kila kitu. After 2 years mtu amekuwa mlevi, amekuwa yani to brush off that pressure of school, amejoin some other gangs. Yani tu ako tu. But
Actually,
wewe,
kama ana
but wewe
rebel.
juu unataka certificate, she will do anything. She will copy, she will pay people to do it. But yeye kwa roho yake anajiuliza ni lazima nifanye. Unaelewa? Si lazima nifanye hii kitu. I will give you a scenario of a friend of mine. She was forced to do that course, that engineering course. At the end of the day, she was depressed. She had suicidal thoughts. She was in drugs. Yani alikuwa tu mtu mwingine very different. Yeye kwa roho yake alikuwa anataka kufanya hospitality. But juu mom na dad walisema mimi
Standards.
hiyo si kaliba yetu. It's not our standard of life. Like lazima ufanye kitu yenye itajulikana kwa village. Una understand? Like do something that tukisema huyu ni engineer, people shtuka. You understand? Yeye ni daktari, watu wanashtuka. Unashtua kijiji na mtoto wako anakufa mahali. Unashtua kijiji ya nini?
Kama naitrada.
Imagine.
Tip.
Honestly, by the way, it is very painful.
It is.
It is very painful.
Actually sad. You know, I'm
Yes.
not laughing like I'm
Okay,
laughing.
yeah, I know. But ideally it's really sad because sasa huyo mtoto at the end of the hana productivity.
True.
Ako tu. Jua nashangaa sasa, okay, nimefanya hii engineering, nimefika dhadia na hata sielewi anything. Hata hesabu peke yake siingizi.
Hata yani hayuko.
She's not enjoying it. No, sasa amevuta bangi zote zenye anajua.
Akibai time.
Akibai hiyo time, yeah?
Alafu pressure.
How am I going to tell mom that I don't want this?
Mom
Unaona?
is waiting for a degree.
Mama anangoja degree, lakini mimi ndani ya roho yangu baka hakuna class ashai attend. Ako tu.
Now I think
I understand why sometimes we are told graduation is on. We carry a whole community
buses
to go for graduation. We are not seeing the name in the list. The child has disappeared. Parents, let's try.
No, Sylvia is a victim of missed call. Please tell us how it happened, your call.
Actually, on career, parents should not force their kids to do what they don't want. From high school, there's that passion you want. I want to do this course, and it's inside you as in you really want it. But when you're forced, my case, I wanted to do clinical medicine, but my dad could not allow me to do it. So he made applications for me for applied biology. I reported to school, but I was not motivated. I didn't want that course. But since me at my level, I could speak for myself, I approached the registrar. I told the registrar, this course I've been forced to do it, but I'm not interested and I will not perform. I'll be off completely. The registrar was good enough. He asked me which course can you do. He gave me a list of courses. Then I chose medical laboratory. I pursued that, which I liked. I like what I was being forced to do.
Wow. So you were lucky someone listened to you.
Someone listened to me.
Was
'cause
your dad aware you changed along the way?
later on, he was aware, I think, the second semester, I think.
What was the reaction?
Of course, he never took it well. He said I'm rebellious, but that's not what I want.
It's rebellious. So you even tagged the wrong person. So you realize, guys, that what you are talking about, I mentioned mental illness, at a point. It was my point number 2.
Yeah.
Among the challenges that we are facing currently. And they all revolve and end there.
Yes.
Also, I think, Terry, you tell us, you also like, you deal with the youth long time. There are several approaches, of course, to deal with all this. There are arrangements, there are offices dealing with this, there are places. But also I know sports is one of. Do you guys have that? Like, do all institutions cater for activity like debriefing? Do you get a chance to do what we are doing today? You see, that's why we are here today, just to have fun.
Well, formally, like
Why are you laughing?
our course is nursing. I can assure you, formally, there is really no arrangement of that nature. But informally, yes. Of course, then you talk on the sides, and then you arrange for things like today we've arranged to be here.
Of all the courses, I expect the nurses to have that. Si mnakuanga na
Yeah,
notes.
you would expect that, but it's really not there. But maybe it's food for thought that we can already begin to think how to fix it. But I know during the course of study, there is availability of whoever has issues can share. We always make reference to counselors, youth-friendly counselors, and they journey with the young people to completion of training. But again, yes, moving forward, probably we can arrange more of this. And or at home, parents should allow their children to unwind, somehow with or without them.
Now, you see, I was asking you that because it's so impressive, by the way. How did you even come up with this? When you thought of this, how did you just come up to this kind of idea? She's awesome, right?
Very.
She's the best.
The best.
She
As
should be
always.
The best.
She should be promoted.
And alive. Promoted. Bold.
Now, what drove me to think about this, I just love going, I love fun, my own style. So I was like, why not I just pick these girls? They are in my care for 3 years.
Ah, wow.
So can we just live 3 years without having bonding? I mean, we have a life after school. And even besides school, we have life. So can we be people who, like, we don't have to be so official, like every time we are teaching anatomy and physiology, we are teaching nursing. So there's something beyond that. So beyond that, I sat one time and I told them so long ago, I think the pandemic came and distorted quite a lot. And then this year we made this arrangement early, then there were ups and downs, things that just happened. And actually we wanted a big thing. We had expected to probably link up with these travel agencies and have a big ride to somewhere for a whole weekend. Then we saw
Tag me along next time
our
you
budget
plan.
was so limited, so we said we do this small one, but next one,
Something
we are
bigger.
having a whole weekend out in Malindi or somewhere else.
So this is impressive, so impressive. Seraphine TV, I told you subscribe because see the stuff we are bringing you. Like when we are talking of the society, people are changing, people are adjusting. We are creating impact. We are bringing you this kind of content for those reasons. If you haven't learned anything, I don't know, maybe you have a problem, or maybe rewatch again. We just don't know what you want. But to me, I've learned a lot. I relate with this, and I know this will go a long way, both for parents, for institutions, and for the youths. Sana, sindio?
Yeah.
For the youth. If you view this with the angle of what? Usiangalia na jealousy.
Smile.
Please view it with an open mind to learn, and I'm sure you learn something new. You can't be the same after watching this. So as always, we love you. Remember to subscribe for more content loading. We have a lot in store for you. We take care for family needs, parents, the youth, the society, and actually